Okay, so you've got these great coaches like the Hormozi, Uncle Gary, and Marie Forleo advocating for content marketing.
You post reliably, and you do it on all platforms.
How many pieces of content, like a day, would you say?
Ideal 4 per platform.
Being consistent with your content creation, it is so important. It's actually one of the biggest factors in our company's success.
They've got you all pumped up on the idea of posting a massive amount of content to multiple platforms. Yes, I'm ready, let's do this. But wait, hold up. How do you actually make content? I know I too have searched the YouTubes in search of videos that would actually teach me the tangible steps to creating content, and I couldn't find any. So that's what I'm gonna do for you. In this video, I'm not going to discuss any business theory or why content marketing is so important. Instead, I'm going to share the exact steps that you can take right now to start pumping out lots of content on multiple platforms, just like these amazing content kings and queens. And the good news is, it's not as hard as you might think. Hey friends, welcome to the Pod Sound School. I'm Studio Steve. I'm an audio and video producer and also an instructor inside of our coaching programs. And working with the Pod Sound School for the last 5 years has really transformed me into a content marketing specialist. Who knew? And as promised, in this video, I'm gonna give you a simple 3-step process to start creating content. I understand the pain of stepping up to the camera or feeling like an imposter compared to other creators online who seem to have a secret recipe for attracting views. I know my business deserves the spotlight and my services are insanely valuable, capable of changing people's lives. So how do I put myself out there with confidence? The truth is you can really start anywhere, on any platform, and the confusing process of creating content and posting content over time is gonna teach you and guide you towards better content creation in the long run. However, I wanna provide you with a great starting point that will skip a lot of trial and error and that I believe offers the best return on investment and use of your time. Creating content is not only emotionally and physically difficult, but also time consuming, especially if you plan to edit and post it yourself. So let's dive into the first step. Now with this step, hear me out no matter how you feel about it, all right? Step number 1, start a podcast. A podcast is the easiest and most effective type of content to start creating. They're also the least intimidating, and you can begin with an audio-only podcast to avoid that camera-related insecurity. And another perk is, as you record episodes regularly, you gain confidence in your performance and you'll be camera ready in no time. Podcasts fall into a category I like to call rich, long format content, which is the easiest and most effective type to repurpose. When it comes to repurposing, podcasts are king. Think of all the things you can do with the transcript from a podcast episode alone, particularly with AI solutions like ChatGPT. You can turn each podcast transcript into blog posts, newsletters, emails, LinkedIn or Substack articles, Twitter threads, lead magnets, the list goes on. And the audio or video performance of each podcast episode is also great for repurposing into short 1-minute vertical videos for YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok.
And then the key is about post-producing the podcast into as many pieces of content that are smaller in a TikTok, YouTube, social. You do the big show to make the small pieces of content. The small pieces of content bring awareness to the big show, and it's just
get more views and everything like that.
So consider this. If you release 1 podcast episode a week and invest a small amount of additional time, you can also create an article, send out an email, create a Twitter thread or a series of tweets, and post 5 vertical videos on 3 different platforms every week. Now, before you dismiss this idea as too much work or there's no way you can fit podcasting or starting a podcast into your busy schedule, I can tell you that from our own experience and what we've been able to achieve with multiple clients, that you can do exactly what I just mentioned in 3 days or less every month. But really, to be able to achieve all this in 3 days or less every month, you have to observe and move on to step number 2. Step number 2, build your content marketing team. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm referring specifically to outsourcing and hiring 2 crucial people to join what I like to call your content marketing team. The first person would be a podcast editor/video editor. Ideally, you would want this person to be capable of repurposing the episodes they edit for you into other types of video and audio content that you need. Even if you're just doing an audio podcast, there are countless creative ways to use the audio from your podcast to create engaging and effective videos to share. This is something you'd want your editor to be able to do value and have in their skill set. The second person that you'll need to hire as quickly as possible is a social media manager or a community manager. This amazing individual will quickly become one of your favorite team members. And the good news is there are countless talented people who provide this service. Their main objective will be to work with the editor to take the final exports of the content that the editor has finished and publish them onto the various platforms. Each platform has its little nuances and different tasks that this person will be responsible for. For example, when they're publishing short videos, they may want to choose some music from the platforms, add some extra bells and whistles, and very importantly, include any relevant links or information in the captions and descriptions of the videos. And of course, while they're hanging out there on the platform, they can take a few extra minutes each day to reply to comments and engage with your followers on your behalf. Now, it's also a great idea if this person can act as a copywriter, helping to generate transcripts from your podcast episodes and using that transcript to help generate the descriptions, captions, tweet threads, articles, and emails. This community manager is someone who handles all of the repurposing for you. With this small 2-person team of freelancers, you're not gonna have to provide health insurance or hire them officially. They handle their own taxes, etc. This is how you are going to be able to unlock and really start creating an unstoppable content machine. Step number 3, start before you're ready and do it now.
Among the people who are the most successful, the happiest, the people who are actually contributing the most, they all have one thing in common, and it's this: they all start before they're ready.
Now, this step might seem out of order, like it should have been step number 1, but the truth is many of us spend too much time in the planning and preparation stages. Listen, I'm no stranger to the wicked temptation of analysis paralysis. But here's the thing, when you overplan, it simultaneously builds up your expectations. So when your meticulously planned first batch of episodes doesn't perform as well as you'd hoped, the disappointment stings even more. I can't do this content creation thing. I can't do it. I can't. The key is to just get started, pull the trigger, and launch a podcast now. You simply can't afford to wait or sit on this any longer. Content marketing is a long-term game that requires patience, experimentation, open-mindedness, and dedication. Just like other highly rewarding and profitable endeavors, it's one of those delayed gratification scenarios. You're making little micro investments 5 days a week on multiple platforms. On a week-by-week basis, the impact of each piece of content might not seem like that much, but if you zoom out and look at it on a yearly or bi-yearly basis, imagine the impact on your business if you had content going out on 3 different platforms 5 days a week. And once a week, you had long format pieces of content distributed to all of the podcast players, your website, LinkedIn articles, or Substack. That's why you simply can't wait. Every day you're not posting content is a day you're not driving your business forward. Now, if you would like the help of professionals and you would like to get this off the ground soon, you can work with us inside our coaching program. We help entrepreneurs and business owners like yourself with exactly this process. Together with Veronica, the marketing expert at PodSound School, I combine my expertise in audio and video production to work with you on completing the first 2 steps on this list: starting a professional podcast, getting episodes and trailers out on the platforms, and then hiring your team. We work with you directly inside of a curriculum-based group coaching program, keeping the virtual classes small and intimate and meeting for 6 weeks. Most of our students can expect to have their trailer and first 2 episodes on the platforms within a month, with the last 2 weeks of our program focused on creating your repurposing strategy that I like to call the multiplier effect. This is where we build your content marketing machine. Depending on when you're watching this video, it might not be too late to join. We do offer this program periodically throughout the year, so go to podcastingsmart.com/SSP to learn more. I'll also drop a link in the description below. I want to see you come out of the gate strong with impressive content, and I'd like to meet you face to face, so come join our program for biz owners where we guarantee you'll have a podcast on the players and build this exact type of powerful content marketing machine that will work on autopilot for you, generating leads, building authority, and establishing you as an industry leader. And within just weeks of posting this content, You will start noticing new opportunities presenting themselves to you that you hadn't even imagined. And I understand it could be overwhelming and it might seem like you don't have enough time. I know it's scary to step in front of the mic and put yourself out there into this world, unsure of what to say or what kind of content to create, but don't worry. We have systems in place to take the thinking out of the equation for you, and we can provide you with specific content calendars, all of the information you need, and help you build a content marketing machine tailored to your unique business and your specific target audience. I know it takes bravery and a leap of faith, but your business deserves the spotlight. So come on, grab the mic and step into it.